Hi, I'm Guramrit, and I'm here today with the beloved Fred to talk to you a little bit about your health, wellness, nutrition, and how to take better care of yourself. Excuse me. So, Fred,
Yes, ma'am.
our topic today is why do people like to wait until they get sick to finally do something about their health?
Well, hey, if nothing's wrong, why fix it? That's what you say. But you know what? I think what it is that you feel like we don't pay attention to our bodies as though they are really the ones that need to be taken care of. They're the temples of the spirit, and we forget about that. When it's moving along, why fix it is what we say, you see. Mm-hmm. So, but I tell you something, one of the things, it's a strong impact though. Let me tell you what happens. When you are in an indigenous society where you may not be able to get all the food you should have as far as health is concerned, you eat what you can get. And sometimes you get some very healthy food, like collard greens. Oh, that's very healthy. But on the other hand, you get chitlins. and you get used to chitlins, and they taste real good. And when you get from chitlins, you go to pig feet, because that's what's available. No one really talks about health. When I was young, no one was really talking about health. They were talking about trying to survive with what you had. So you start out with that, and slowly but surely, you begin to realize something else is going to happen. But you ask the question about wait until it's sick, because you feel good. Why not? I hope that answered that part of the question.
Yeah, I noticed that that's such a common theme. Like, people wait until they get very overweight, or they wait until they're just completely dissatisfied with their life to make that change. Maybe it's because you need to get fed up in order to actually get moving to do something.
That's true too, but you also get used to it. Why change if you're used to it? Even when you know that you should change, if you're used to it, it's pretty hard to change until somebody pinches you, and that's what ill health does sometimes. Even when you have ill health, it's still difficult to change because you've been used to it. Now, when you face a life and death situation, then you begin to wake up a little bit. So although a life and death situation is not necessarily the most effective thing to face, it does have its advantages, because then you wake up. So, but I tell you, gradually I began to wake up. So I can understand what that means. I woke up before I was ill. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I did, but nevertheless, it's difficult. It's very difficult, but we can do it. And I think my life is a testimony to the fact that it can be done.
Tell me a little bit about your journey.
Well, I was in show business for a while, and with my first wife, and during that time, you eat whatever you get, and as long as you're okay. But we decided that we had one child, and we decided we were going to have another child. But we consciously decided that we were going to be as healthy as possible. There was a book called The Mucusless Diet, and that's a long time ago. The Mucusless Diet by Frederick Arrett. Oh yeah, and that was some time ago. That's so long ago I can hardly remember. But we read The Mucusless Diet, and that's when we began to realize that sugar and white rice and practically all processed foods was not healthy for you, because they created mucus. And so that's when we went on, a diet where we had mostly fruit, mostly vegetables, and sure enough, I think it worked, because our second child was very, very, very healthy, a strapping young man, and so we're very proud of what that happened. But as time went on, the anxiety that we feel sometimes, and I'm talking universal and specific at the same time, the anxiety that we feel, and that has a lot of dimensions to it. helps. You know what happens? We eat when we feel anxious.
Oh, yeah.
And what we eat when we feel anxious is not necessarily the most effective thing
no,
to eat.
You don't necessarily go and grab a carrot.
No, you
That's
don't.
not the first thought.
And so that's what happened I think with most people. That's certainly what happened with me. So I got off that diet. I was on it for a good while. I was on that diet for a good while. But as time went on and I went into various things, I got off the diet. Nevertheless, I got back on all right. And I think it was what you said. After a while, you begin to realize something is not going right. When I found out that I had prostate challenge, then I realized it was 3 things I had to do. I had to make sure that I went to my doctor at all times, got my examination, and took whatever medication was necessary. I also had to eat properly, but also I had to pay attention to my level of anxiety, because they all 3 go together.
Oh yeah,
and it took a little time for me to get that to figure that out. But that journey has helped me to understand that it moved me to a spiritual understanding too. The spiritual understanding about food is that what I call the essence of all things that were and is and now is also in the food.
Oh yeah.
And then I realized that therefore when I eat, I am also strengthening this body with the power that's in the universe. And that's a beautiful way to look at it. So that has helped me to continue to be much more conscious about what I eat and my diet.
That's wonderful. I feel like you're definitely the perfect person to speak with on this, because not only is food nourishment for your body, it's nourishment for your soul.
Absolutely, because as a matter of fact, you can put it the other way. The nourishment of your soul helps you to recognize you need to nourish your body.
Oh yeah. That's perfect. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining Guramrit and Fred on the couch, and we hope to see you again soon.
Indeed.